Big Mama energy, as always, as you know. Period.
Period. Okay, I am Tia.
Period. And I'm Brittany. All right.
And welcome back.
We missed you guys. I mean, we really did. Did you miss
how they do that?
That's how they do that. She's trying to do TikTok dances and things. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm obsessed with that dance. To be completely
I know.
honest.
I love watching it.
And I can't
really
do it.
Yeah.
And I'll be back. I'll be at work. I'll be like, hit that dance for me. Then.
I can do it in my head. I can do it in my head. I can shake that shit in my head real good or in the bed when I'm laying down. But then when I get up. So
I can't do it. I can't do it. But yes, anyway.
Before we get off straight,
yes,
anyway.
Welcome back, Bigmama Tribe. Welcome to any new subscribers that we may have gained over the past couple weeks. Thank you for rocking with us and joining our tribe, okay?
Absolutely.
And, you know, we got a new video for you guys today. But before we get into our video, y'all know what time it is.
Go ahead and subscribe.
Okay, go ahead and subscribe right now. Right now, okay? And also, click that bell.
Yes.
Click that bell to get all the notifications so you don't have to go find our videos. They'll come straight to you.
Delivered right to you.
Signed, still delivered.
I'm yours.
Yours. It's yours, baby.
Okay.
Get into it, all right?
All right. Just like we about to get into this video, okay? What we talking about today? So see what we got for them.
Now, you already know. Who season we in?
What's
Taurus.
Taurus.
So surviving. This is our surviving a Taurus.
And yes, it's their season, and I can feel it.
Yeah,
I can feel it. Cause it's been knuck if you buck, no man. But it has been a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit, especially at work. So I definitely feel amongst the Taurus season. I've been standing my ground on quite a few things. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm loving Taurus season right now. I've been doing a good job.
Okay, that's good. So you want to kick it off about?
Yeah, we could definitely get into it. You know, your Taurus is a little crazy. Love y'all. I feel like you guys have a big heart. That's what I've experienced with Taurus when it comes to like, I don't really know many. I do have some family members that are Tauruses, in-laws. Shout out to my sissy, love you, birthday coming up. But yeah, and as far as the Taurus, as far as dating, I've dated one Taurus, no, two Tauruses. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Yeah, two.
Okay. Oh,
right.
Okay.
So I forgot. Okay, so I dated two Tauruses, and very different experiences. So let's just get on into it.
Okay.
The first Taurus that I dated was like the most chill guy. Okay. Like I was just like, okay, he's like very respectful. As soon as we started talking, he was like, okay, I want to take you out. Period. Just point blank. Yeah. He was like, I want to take you out. We went to like a comedy show. We had a good time. You know what I mean? After that, we went to go get sushi. Like this man was just a sweetheart. Like he was a good time, good vibes. He always wanted to like laugh. So I liked being in his presence, and he just felt like a man. You know what I mean? Right. At the time, it just was like that's what it was giving. You know? I was like, okay, period. Anything that I needed, he had it, except for time like that. Okay. You know what I mean? Our issue was time. Now, granted, he was a full-time father. Right. So he had his kids, so I understood that. But it just was like, I felt like when I wasn't around him, it was like I wasn't maybe like the forefront of his mind. Right. If that makes sense. Like I had to reach out to him. Right. You know what I mean? And he like, I'm busy, I'm working. I understand you a hard worker. I get it. But you also have to be available to get to know somebody. You claim you want to get to know me. You know what I mean? And the things that he was talking about, I was just like, you gotta reach out a little bit more. Like I'm gonna reach out to you, yes, but you have to be available too. And you know what I mean? I understand you doing a lot. You got a full-time job. You raising children, but it's like you set the time out for what you want. You know, I'm a firm believer in that. Like, you know what I mean? You make time for what you want to make time for. Absolutely. So that was just my whole thing. I just felt like a disconnect when it came to like him being available or his time. Right. Or maybe I don't know, maybe he wanted me to reach out all the time. I don't know. But it was crazy because then when I turned around and got a boyfriend and I had told him, he was confused. He was like, wait a minute, you got a dude? And I was just like, I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. Like, I haven't seen you. You haven't reached out to me. Like, and I was tired of being the first one to reach out because I'm not pressed. I'm not about to chase you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still believe you're a good person, but yeah, somebody called my interest and they was available and ready.
Attentive,
and they was attentive. And you know what I mean? They was definitely giving it up how it was supposed to be, like making time. So it's like, when he reached out, it was months later. I'm like, dog, I haven't even heard from you.
Talking about, do I have a yes? Like, let me
Baby,
I'm just saying, like, you know, how did you really did you think that I was just going to be on the show waiting for you to come pick me up when you felt like it? Like, no.
I really think that's what he thought. You know what I mean? I'm like, it was definitely good vibes with you, but you just wasn't applying enough pressure.
And some people, what I found and learned, like, in my dating experience, sometimes some people genuinely feel like they be applying pressure and don't.
Inside of their head,
in their head though, they feel like they be applying pressure, and it's like, baby, who?
Like, where?
That's
where
what
was you?
I'm
Like, I'm confused.
But with some people, they're okay with the bare minimum. So maybe to others, they felt like, you know what I mean? But nah, baby. You gotta come a little harder than that.
Yeah, that's what I felt.
Especially months later. Like, what?
Yeah, it's like you're so reserved. And every time you like, oh, no, I got the kids, I gotta work, I gotta. You know what I mean? Granted, I understand that. Do that. Because I know that comes first. But I have needs, and you meet people, and the rest is history. So it's just like, that's where I was at with it. That man was a good man, and I'm sure he's, you know, good to somebody.
Right.
Because he was definitely a good man. So, you know what I mean? That was my experience with him. And I will say he was stubborn. Like some of y'all, most of y'all Tauruses are.
They are.
Definitely stubborn. So I felt like even when I told him, like, my needs on, I need you to hit me up, you know what I mean? And reach out to me as well. He didn't do that shit. So it was like, all right, well, next.
Right.
You know, you gotta keep my attention. And then the other Taurus that I was like dating or whatever, that man, this man was, I don't know, when you first meet somebody, you think a whole different version of them.
Right.
He was like love bombing on the internet, if you will. Talking about he was looking for a wife.
Oh, okay.
He's one of them. Talking about he was looking for a wife. He looking for somebody to, you know, love on, blah, blah, blah. And granted, that could be true. I don't know. But when I started dealing with him, he seemed like he was just looking for a fuck buddy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Looking for a bunch of them.
Okay.
A thought, if you will.
Okay.
So I was just like,
he's like, give me
you ain't, yeah. He was definitely a thought. And he was older, so he was an old thought. And I was just like,
ain't nothing like an old thought, man. Ain't nothing worse than an old thought, okay? Because, please, okay?
Out here thought and bopping, like,
those old thoughts is different in their hell.
They will give you hell, like, trying to wine and dine on a different level, you know what I mean? Because they're going to definitely take care of you. They're going to wine and dine you, whatever the case. But they be in these streets heavy. And you ain't the only one. And you ain't special. So very honest. Like, so that was where it was with that. Like, I was all hypnotized and, you know what I mean? No, baby, that wasn't it. It wasn't it. He was a nice man, a nice young man, whatever, but he old thought.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing. He's a thought.
Yeah.
I'm talking about to the point where this man was in every freak group you probably could imagine. Like, just, I was like, no.
Wow.
This ain't that, because I don't want somebody who's for the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it was fun for whatever it was, you know, but that was that with that, you know. That was it. But definitely was heavy on the love bomb and trying to act like he wanted a good woman. I'm like, you saying you want this, but I don't know.
Right.
I don't think so. I think it's just something to put up so these bitches can be like, oh
right,
my God, he's such a romantic guy, and he ain't want
Cap.
That's what it was. You know what I mean? And he reeled them in with that, and they was like, oh my God, like, no. Posting pictures of people marriage and weddings and just doing a lot.
Okay.
Just doing a lot.
And you know what? Maybe people be liking the idea of things too.
Yeah.
Like, they're obsessed with the idea of things,
Right.
but in reality, are you really ready for that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like that's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, and some people were hurt, you know what I mean? I can understand you come from certain things. Maybe you was married before or whatever, but like, heal yourself then.
Yeah.
You know, and just be out here thought if that's what you want to do. But don't be trying to like act like
you really want something serious and,
right.
you know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Be clear with your intentions.
Be clear with your intentions.
Be intentional.
Be very clear. Yeah.
Yeah. But anything else to say?
That's the dating aspect. As far as family, we already know. You already know. Our nephew is a Taurus, and he be Taurusing. That little boy is 3, and he be Taurusing. Like, this is his season. Cute. Yes, we love him. Love him to death. But that boy, if he is in an angry mood or like a rambunctious mood, he gonna throw something at your head. Like, this little boy is something else, honey. Or if he don't want to talk to you today, he's not talking to you today. Okay, and he's very clear. Otherwise, he'll, embrace you with warmthness. Like, whatever he's feeling, that's just how he feels. And you know what I mean? He's definitely going to let you know how he's feeling today. So, he's hilarious.
And I love that. I love that because he's his own little person.
He's his
own,
so cute. Definitely he's definitely stubborn. Okay? That little, he don't do nothing he don't want to do. Let me tell you. Unless his mama say something. But otherwise, he be like, no, like, that ain't it today. I'm like, okay. I gotta be like, what we on today?
No,
what we on? Okay. So, but love him to death. He has a big heart too. I can even, see it now. So, like I said before, it's kind of like the same thing with Taurus. Like, they are very giving. They give a lot of themselves. They really do. They give a lot. They care a lot. You know what I mean? So some people who don't even deserve. That's been my experiences. They are very loving, very caring. But they got the other side too, where it's like, don't play with me. Because if you play with me, I'm shutting it down. I'm shutting off all communication with you. Like, you don't even exist. So you got to tread lightly with them. To be very honest.
Big time.
And that's been my experience. So I haven't really had no horror stories. Just, interesting.
As a fellow earth sign, I love Tauruses. Personally, I really have never had a bad experience with dealing with a Taurus at all. Whether it be a friend, family member, somebody I was interested in, like a love interest or anything. I've only talked probably to one Taurus. Ever in my life, to my knowledge, I will say. To my knowledge that I know of. My first best friend in life, she's a Taurus, and I didn't know. And that's so, I got older. But yes, she's a Taurus, and it's crazy because she's so sweet. Even when we were kids when we first met, right? So I used to protect her, but I think that's the Capricorn in me, or me in general, like,
very mama bear.
Yeah, that's just how I've always been in all my friendship circles and things like that. Like, I'm very motherly. But yeah, she's always been very sweet. She's been very reserved and low key. Like, she was definitely in a shell when we were kids. I was the more like va boom, like, you know what I mean, if you will. Now, she is definitely, in her walking in her purpose, and that more feisty side is there. Now, don't get me wrong, she definitely was feisty. Like, in our friendship, I would see that. But to the world, people would pick on her. She was very like to herself and reserved, outside of the people that she know. And that's kind of how Taurus are. They're definitely to themselves. You really won't get too much of their personality if you're not close to them.
Until they deem you like, okay, this person cool.
Yes.
And then they'll start opening up.
Then they'll start opening up more. And especially to someone that's like on the outside looking in. Taurus can be very harsh, or they can seem very harsh. They can seem probably mean as fuck, standoffish. Because you know what?
That's true.
Taurus are very honest. They're very honest people. Okay, they're very real people.
Yes.
And you're either, depending on who you are and how you take things in, you're either going to think they're hilarious as hell. You're gonna think they're hilarious,
or you're gonna be like, "This is an asshole." Yeah, like, it's no in between. Like, you will either love them or hate them. Like, just like,
that's really how it be. Now, as a person that I feel like, I'm honest, I'm a real person. I really don't try to sugarcoat anything. I've gotten a lot better with like being so blunt because you know, growing up, I definitely used to say probably
Whatever
the first thing that came to my mouth. And you know, I've definitely worked on that over the years. But as like a person that appreciates that, I'm here for it. You know, I'm here for the bluntness and the honesty that comes with a Taurus.
Right.
So that's my experience. My niece, my oldest niece, is a Taurus, and it's crazy because I don't know, because she is very much so sweet, but she's very much so feisty, like, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much Taurus in a nutshell. They're very sweet. They love their family. You might not think that they're very emotional, but they are. They are. But like I said, you have to kind of be close to them to kind of see that side of them.
Right. They're not going to just expose that to you. You're going to get the bull, you know?
Exactly. You're definitely going to get the bull, for sure. But they're very sweet and loving.
They really are. They're very caring.
Yeah, they're very cute. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, that I've noticed.
Now, as far as me dating a Taurus, I've only talked to one Taurus before, like I said, that I know of. And this was like an out-of-town bae.
Okay.
He wasn't, like, he doesn't live here. And when we started talking, it was through social media. And it was just him following me. He might have been following me for a long time. And he would say stuff to me.
Right.
And then eventually, you know, our conversations developed more and more, and numbers was exchanged. And like, when I tell you, he was my favorite person. Like I don't know, he's still my favorite Taurus. Like, I love him. I love his energy. He's just a dope individual. He's very creative.
Okay, yeah.
He's
they
super
tend to be
creative.
definitely creative. I will say that, yeah.
Super creative. Like I said, to others, you know, his sense of humor, or just him being a person, they might be like, oh, he's a dickhead. For sure. Like, straight up.
There might be some of the people don't understand their humor sometimes, or, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And sometimes people, you know, like me, alright, some people will be like, oh, you're so funny to you. And I'm like, I'm dead ass serious. Like, I'm not even playing. But alright. And that's how Tauruses are. And even with my sissy, like, you know what I mean? That's how kind of we are. Like,
that's
we be
definitely
honest.
how we are. We be honest. People be thinking it's funny.
And people think it's a game. And it's like, I was serious.
I was dead serious, but okay.
But it's funny because even in those situations where I'm like, yo, you funny, I know that they be dead serious. But it just
it's funny.
It's dark humor. It ain't a dark humor.
You gotta get it.
If you get it, you get it. For those who get it, they get it.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. And I think we just kind of grew a decent bond.
Right.
And like, yes, he's just super dope overall. Meeting him was a good time. I really am glad that I met him. And I remember this one time. All right, so I was acting crazy, y'all. But listen, so this one time, because like I said, he doesn't live here. Yes, we did meet. He came here because he was traveling to New York, and I see him for a brief moment, and then I wound up going to where he lived. But yes, we did meet eventually. But this one time, right? Me and him was on the phone talking, and we had said our goodnights, got off the phone, whatever. Not even, I want to say 5 minutes later, my phone rang.
Okay.
And it was a private number. I really don't answer private numbers. At this time, I definitely didn't answer the phone, but this person that called me left a voicemail.
Oh, and people don't usually leave voicemails.
Right, exactly.
Well, unless you're a collector of some sort.
Exactly. So I listened to the voicemail to see who it was, and it's a girl.
Okay.
It's a girl on my line, and she's like, bitch, you messing with my man, and all this crazy stuff, right? Oh, bitch, and I beat you the fuck up. All this stuff, but baby girl, you calling from a private number. So, but anyway.
And who is your man?
Exactly. So I goes off, cause instantly I'm assuming that he with a bitch. Like we got off the phone.
Like, excuse me.
Exactly.
Who is this?
We got off the phone, and then now all of a sudden a bitch is calling my phone, talking about some motherfucking wild nigga. Okay. I called this nigga back ASAP. I called him back ASAP. He did not answer the phone. He did not answer the phone. So now I'm like, oh, now you definitely looking like, you know, like you're guilty because now you're not answering the phone. Right. So I left a voicemail, spazzing. And me, if you know me and if you ever dated me before, most of the time I know how to keep my crazy contained. I'm more calm, cool, collected. Sometimes depending on the situation. Depending on the situation.
Yeah, you be wound, you be good most times.
But I spazzed out on his answer machine like, first of all, you have bitches calling my phone and you nutty. And I don't even remember exactly what I said, but I blacked out on this voicemail. Blacked out. Cursed him the fuck out. Probably called him everything in the book, like honestly. So he called my phone back like a little later, I guess after he like listened to the voicemail. Right. And I think I ignored them because now I'm mad because you ain't answered the phone. So now I'm ignoring your phone. But he keeps calling. He keeps calling back. Keeps calling back. So he finally called me and I answered. And he's like, yo, what's up with you? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's talking about, this voicemail that you left on my phone. Like, ain't nobody with nobody. And I was like, not trying to hear nothing he was trying to say. He was like, what are you talking about? Like, nobody, I'm not here with nobody. Nobody on your phone. Like, it was to the point where and to let you guys know, it wasn't him.
That's crazy.
It wasn't him. Somebody at my job was interested in me. And whoever their girlfriend was at the time must have went through his phone and seen that he was flirting through me, through text. But my thing is, if you went through his phone, you seen that there was no interest on my end. Right. So why are you calling my phone?
You need to holler at your boy.
Exactly. Right. But yeah, so I had no right to be calling.
So it wasn't even him.
It wasn't even him. It was not even him. And to this day, like, it was so funny. I wish he had that voicemail. Because if he had that voicemail, I would have definitely let y'all hear it.
Oh my God.
Child, him, his nephew, they probably like, that bitch is crazy. Don't talk to her no more. But I feel like he was intrigued by the crazy.
Probably like, oh, she be turning up.
Yes, because he was really trying to like, see if that was not me. I'm like, he was really trying to comfort me. And he actually was like, at one point, I'm like, damn, did a bitch call her phone? Like, he was like confused. He was confused.
He was like, let me think about this. Like, what's really going on? That's crazy.
Yes. But yes. Yeah, and that's pretty much my experience in a nutshell with Taurus. Don't have anything but positive things to say for the most part.
You know what? I have something to say.
Okay.
And it's, because it's different situations.
Right, okay.
I have had the pleasure to work with a Taurus before. Okay. I will say, in the power of position and authority, they get on my goddamn nerves. I will be very clear. I feel like they are very, what's the word? Micromanaging. Okay. Like, they want things to be a certain way, and I understand that, but get off my ass. Like, that's one thing I will say. Like, and being as I'm an Aquarius, I know how to deal with this, you know what I mean? But like, sometimes if you on my ass, it will trigger me to now I'm going to be a bitch. Because I done told you, okay, I got you. Don't worry about it, you know what I mean? I know how to do my job very well. But if you keep on, now I'm a bitch. And now you're like, oh, are you okay? I done told you. Like, relax, you know what I mean? So that's the one thing I will say. You gotta be careful, you know what I mean? Like, if the ball is out, or if you having a bad day, because I've noticed sometimes, certain folks having bad days and then trying to take it on others. I'm not that girl. Right. I'm not that girl. Don't do that to me, because I don't do that to anybody else. You know what I mean? I check my shit at the door, especially when it comes to working.
And some people don't know how to do
They don't.
That's the whole thing. And
I be like, chill out. And it's like, I've noticed, when sometimes because I work with several and it's in the same environment, which is crazy. Yeah. And it's like sometimes when certain folks don't get their way, it's the end of the damn world. And I know we like getting our ways, but it's just like, it doesn't have to. I feel like you don't have to do everything the same way,
right,
to meet a common goal. Right. It's okay. We are individuals. You know what I mean? We are all individuals, and we might do things a little differently. So I feel like it's important to give people their creative space, to give them their workspace, and let them, you know, do the job. Yeah, let them be them. Leave space for somebody.
I can see if somebody wasn't doing their job at all. But just because somebody doesn't do the job like
the way you gonna do it.
You know what I mean?
It was giving Saggy vibes. Like some Sagittarius are like that too, whereas though, you know, you do something a little slightly different, like it has to be done this way. It's like, please ease the reins and relax, because that's how you miss out on, you know, people. That's how you miss out on good employees, and that's how they walk up out of there, because it's just like you don't give them that space to be their natural selves. Like, we are all different, and that's the beautiful thing. Like you said, as long as we getting our work done and we're doing what needs to be done in here, it shouldn't be a problem. As long as you're not steering off too far left,
micromanaging, and
that's the only thing. That was, you know, one experience. I was just like, you really Taurusing in this bitch, and I'm an Aquarius, and baby,
it could be up.
It could be up, and I'm trying not to. But you know, the person, they were very observant. That's one thing I will say. Taurus are observant. They was like, oh, I can read body language, and I know something's off. Yeah, something's definitely off. Cause me, you fucking around with me, I'm like, you're shunned for the rest of the fucking day, and that's not for you. It's not, you know, it's not for me. More to say, it's for you, because I'm trying not to beat you the fuck up or curse you the fuck out. I am in the higher space, you know, as a person. So when I cut your ass off, like, okay, then I'm going to get into this work.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's why, because you're not letting me be me. You got to chill. You know, and it's also like how you meeting me. If you meet me with aggressive energy,
I'm coming back with it.
Sometimes I'm going to come back with it. You know what I mean? I know how to contain myself at work. I'm very professional. But I do not forget certain shit. Like, don't treat me crazy. Like, because I'm going to remember that shit. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing. Sometimes it be up when it comes to our relationships, you know, as Taurus and Aquarius. I feel like if it's in a work environment, because I can't really say what I want to say to you, and that's like a struggle. Like, because I be wanting to say listen, but I can't. You know, I could say certain things like, I didn't like when you know, you got to keep it real cute at work, and it's just like, but I really want to say, you need to chill the fuck out. Like, you really need to calm down. Like, for real. Take a look at yourself and relax.
Yeah, I've definitely done it. I've definitely told somebody. But like you said, when somebody meets you with aggression, it's like, don't disrespect me. Don't be disrespectful. Me,
and that's it.
Because don't be disrespectful, because it doesn't matter if you are in a higher position than me. I'm still a grown ass woman. We're adults. We could talk about it. But please do not come at me disrespectful, okay? Because you don't want to see me disrespectful.
Yeah, and it's like,
and I don't want to have to go there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to have to take it there, and it's like, when it feel like you're walking on eggshells. Sometimes, you know, when you come in, you just be like, all right, so what we doing today? Where we at with it? Like, what's going on? Is it a safe space today, or is it not? And I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't cause no problems. I do my work. So just, you know, I like when people chill out and give me my little space. That's all you got to do. I'm grown. I'm a grown adult. I don't need to be micromanaged. It's just like, so that's the only thing, you know. I feel like some Taurus just want to nitpick, and everything has to go that certain way, or that's going to just ruin their day. And, you know, they just can't handle it. I'm just like, you need to take a chill pill. Because as long as it's getting done, it's good. You know what I mean? Just couple it up. Breathe, you know? But other than that, in my personal life, I've loved most of the Taurus that I've, you know, known personally. So, all sweethearts.
Like I said, I really don't have too much of anything negative really to say, you know, about Taurus.
Surviving the Taurus at work. That's what mine was. Surviving at work. But outside of that, it was easy.
I mean,
we kind of like connected. I don't know. I felt like I was drawn to Taurus. Like, we connect. So I don't know.
So leave those comments. Let us know, what was your survival story? What Taurus? Was it Nuck If You Buck? Was it love at first sight? Like, what was your experience? What was your experience while dealing with any Taurus in your life, whether it be work related, whether it be a relationship in love, or whether it be family members or friends? So yes, let us know what you guys' experiences was, and also Make sure y'all utilize our email.
Yes.
Okay.
BigMamaEnergy@gmail.com.
Okay, send us those emails. Let us know. Maybe your story a little spicy.
Yes.
And you want to be discreet. You want to be anonymous. Let us know. And we possibly will share your story.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
And also, let us know what you guys want to hear from us. We're constantly trying to stir up and create new content for you guys. But we just need to know, what do you guys want to hear from us? What do you want to see more of? Let us know, okay?
Yes.
Send those emails, all right?
Definitely. And also, we will be linking our TikTok down below.
Yes.
Follow us on there. Follow us on Instagram. All of that will be linked below as well. We definitely appreciate you guys' support.
Thank you guys so much. And as always, remember to like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
Bye.